What is up, Thunder Nation? Wow. This could have been a great night for Thunder fans. Instead, it's going to have to wait till Sunday night, hopefully, and they get the victory because this was just an ugly performance by Oklahoma City and a really good performance by Indiana. And I think we talked about this. What was it? A couple other series when they lost in a big way like this. You got to just flush it and move on. That's all you can do. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody, on this instant reaction to the Thunder game. Game 6, Indiana purely just dominated the Thunder. I mean, even 17-point victory, it wasn't even that close or whatever it was. It was bad, very bad. And Jackson, I mean, you just got to move on from this and see what happens. Here's the thing. Game 7's at home. You play the whole season to have home court advantage. You have it. Now, one game for everything. Who wants it more, Sooner Cowboy fan says. See what happens on Sunday night. Bad performance overall. Bad performance.
Just a frustrating game. As you said, you got to flush it. Nobody outside of Shea and J-Dub showed up in the first half for this Thunder team. Literally not one player. They might have been just as good off playing 2-on-5 on the basketball court as it was 5-on-5. It was not good. I see all the Chet Holmgren talk about Chet's trash and everything. Chet wasn't the only reason the Thunder lost this game. Alex Caruso was not good. Cason Wallace has not been good all series long. Outside of game 6, game 5, he had a couple threes. I'm trying to think. Isaiah Hartenstein, he wasn't good until the second half. Lou Dort has not been effective on offense the last 2 games much at all until he hit threes when it didn't matter in this game. It's like the Thunder, whenever at one point in the game, Indiana had gone up by 9, and the Thunder, they had cut it down to 1, and this was in the second quarter. I think it was maybe 31-30. And I know me, I was like, okay, the Thunder, they found ways to respond to these runs on the road. This is big. Now let's see where you can go from here. And just after that, it was just a complete abomination by the Thunder. Indiana, they dominated. If you get 20 points from Obi Toppin on a night, if you're Indiana, you're feeling very good about how things are going to go.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's super frustrating. They got destroyed by Denver. They got destroyed by Minnesota in a game. Now it's by Indiana. And all those games were on the road, I believe. So you just got to flush it in. Game 7 at home in Oklahoma City on that home court. You know it might be the best sports environment ever in Oklahoma for a single game. It's going to be rocking in Paycom Center. So we're going to see. But as you said, Jay, you just got to flush it.
Yeah. Do you think, Coconut Greg says, I'm livid. They gave up in the second quarter. Do you think did you feel a little bit about that or no?
Yeah, kind of. And I think it's whenever Indiana responded. I think maybe Coconut Greg would know. I think they got up by like 13 at a point quick after the Thunder cut it down to 1. Indiana called a timeout. And the Thunder after that, the body language of people just changed. The rotations, I get it. People are complaining about it, but you're going to get your best players on the court. And Alex Caruso, he's been subbing in early all finals. So I don't know what the issue is with that. But man, TJ McConnell, I cannot wait to get him out because dude has been a Thunder killer. You have to find an answer. You have to find ways to keep him out of the paint. That's been where he's most effective. He's not a good shooter. Make him shoot. But outside of that, Colin says Jaden O'Neal just decommitted, but that's off topic. You guys talk about that.
Didn't know that. That's news to me. So there you go. Colin has broke it. Just decommitted, by the way. There it is on a Thunder Live. The night can't get any better. Geez. Go from I think people are expecting that, though. Hey, but they absolutely – I don't think they lost on purpose, Hudson. This was just a bad performance. And I said it before the game. For this team to win, I thought on the road, they were going to have to shoot the ball really well. They shot poorly again from 3. This team is – I don't know, Jackson. Is this team a good 3-point shooting team?
No. They're an average.
Is that a flaw all year long in the regular season for the last 2 years? Because in postseason, they haven't been great.
Yeah, I guess you could call it a flaw. It's just they haven't shot it as good in the playoffs, and I think it's because the defense intensity during the playoffs ramps up. People close out harder. It makes you overthink shots sometimes. So I think that's a part of
Yeah.
it. Just sports in Oklahoma, we are doomed. Let's not start that because the Thunder in Game 4, they could have quit, and they were able to win that game. That's the only reason they're in Game 7 is because they won Game 4.
Well, I'll say this about Sooner Cowboys comment. The state of Oklahoma, I think, needs the Thunder to win on Sunday night because it would feel that way. I mean, but you know what? Here's the thing. Play better. Go beat them. Finish them. Finish them. That's what you have to do on Sunday night. And you got to get up to a good start. This game, gosh, midway through second quarter, this game was done. Over with. Done. So there's the call-in link if you want to call in. We'll go about probably 15, 20 minutes here just to chat about it.
Very frustrating.
Just not a good performance overall. I mean, offensively, defensively, just I could have seen the Thunder losing tonight for sure. I did not have this on my bingo card at all, and I don't think anybody did. Let's get to Platone 20. Platone, you're on the line. What's going on?
Hey guys, obviously disappointed. I agree with you, Jay. I'm not surprised that they lost. It's the way they lost, right? I mean,
Yep.
It seems to me that this one play I want to bring up to your attention that totally encapsulates how we played today. Okay, so JW's taking the ball inbound. He casually looks over. I can't remember who was throwing to it, but he telegraphs his pass. And what does TJ McConnell do? He's looking behind him, just waiting to swat that ball away and snatch it. And this has happened this is like the sixth game this has happened. It's not like we don't know that TJ McConnell does this. It's like all of our guys, it's like they refuse to learn from the mistakes. Like they're doing the same thing over and over again. That's what TJ McConnell does. He does that every time. He will go after every single inbounds pass. He purposely looks behind him to see where you're looking for the ball. He's very good at it. And our guys, they don't seem to understand that for some reason. I mean, I know that didn't decide the game or anything, but still, I mean, in a Game 7 it might, especially if it's close in the fourth. They just seem, I don't want to call them lazy. That's not the right way to describe them. They're not lazy, but they're just
lackadaisical maybe.
Yeah, lack of focus. And I feel like, and I don't agree with people that said they quit. I didn't see any quit, because if they quit, they would have been down by 40 at halftime or something. So it wasn't that they quit. It was just that they weren't willing to raise their energy level to that level that the Pacers were. It's like they push harder. It's like, okay, let's get it hard. Let's go from 5 to a 7 or 8. When they're playing 10, they say, no, I'm sorry, we're going to stay at a 7-8. We're not going to 10. And so it's not like they just gave no effort. They gave effort. It's just that they weren't willing to ramp up to what was required of that moment. About the 3-point stuff too, like in the regular season, if I remember correctly, the Thunder were number 7 in the league in 3-point percentage. They have fallen off a cliff since then. I think they were out of the 16 playoff teams, they were ranked number 13 out of 16 in terms of playoffs. So I don't know what the problem is with the playoffs or why it's so bad in the playoffs. I mean, the defensive effort is obviously much higher. So
yeah, and you know what, Platone, the hard part about this now is you're going back home, which is fine, but every amount of pressure is on the Thunder. Pacers, they coming back to Oklahoma City, I don't feel like the pressure's on them at all.
Right.
Oh,
I want to go back to TJ McConnell for a second. Like, he plays hard every time. It doesn't matter if he's down 20 or up 20. We don't play like him. We're just, I don't know. It's frustrating when guys in other teams seem to care or just give max effort. Even as a bench warmer, even as a role player, he gives max effort. I wish we had more guys that had his stamina and just put effort into like he did.
Yeah, and you want to hear a crazy stat? Let me read you McConnell's stats. He only played 24 minutes. He had 12 points, but 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals.
Like 3 or 4 of the rebounds were on Isaiah Hartenstein.
I know, but what I'm saying is this, and thanks for the call, Platone. We got a bunch of people on here, so we'll get to everybody. But McConnell playing more minutes, more than Halliburton, is actually hurting the Thunder. They don't have an answer for him right now.
Mm-mm.
They don't. I mean, 9 rebounds. How tall is he? Somebody please tell me how tall he is. Maybe 6 foot. Can't be having him get.
This might be the comment of the night. Put that sign behind Jackson in the Thunder
That's-
locker room.
That's a good comment. We need that in the Thunder.
Absolutely.
Let's get to Colin. Colin, you're on the line. What's up?
What's up?
Going on.
Hey, not good. Not a good night.
I know, but it starts with the bench. Having 3 points from the bench, 8 turnovers from Shea. You saw they started to. They noticed that once they play full court defense, they get burnt out. But they realized our half court offense is not that good, so they're
It's
just
not.
exposing it.
Yeah, you're right.
If I was a coach, I think I even said this on one of the lives at the point during the season. I'm not letting the Thunder play in transition. I'm making them beat you in the half court because their half court offense isn't what their strength is. It's too much ISO ball, too much just simple screening away. I mean, there's points in which it looks like a high school offense, just allowing your best players to get a bucket, which in the NBA sometimes that'll work, but that's not a recipe for success on offense. Like when you watch play that Indiana pops the ball, nothing like OKC.
And it looked like Indiana was taking their first 3 shot they got, and that looked like they were going to do that all game. But the main thing that makes me mad is Chet Holmgren this game.
Yeah.
And it's because
it.
when he gets scored on or he gets blocked, he always feels like next play he has to go try to get his get back on him. And it's
and Chet,
he needs to lower his ego and understand if someone makes a play on you, that doesn't mean go waste the whole possession trying to get another point on him.
well, and Colin, Chet has had problems this series and maybe the playoffs. I think when he has a ball out top or outside and tries to dribble it in the lane, he does that spin move, which usually gets stopped, or he looks like he's a little out of the control. So he's got to get right in Game 7.
The last thing I'll say is I think T.J. McConnell has taken the place of Black Magic over P.J. Washington against the Thunder.
Well, stop it. They need to just stop it. I mean,
the thing is, T.J. McConnell has 2 moves. He does the spin jumper, and then he hardly has 2 moves, and he's just right next to the rim. But no one's fast enough. It feels like to guard him, and he's always playing heads-up defense. And it always feels like right when he comes on, it's a spark, and the Pacers going to run. Like I'm surprised they're not starting him more or giving him more minutes.
They want him off the bench because he brings a little pop. He brings a little excitement, and they need that. He played more minutes than Halliburton tonight, 24 minutes. I think Halliburton played 23. He's kind of the kryptonite right now for the Pacers against the Thunder.
Halliburton didn't even play a good game, I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
He had points, but he had to have his team with Siakam and Nembhard and all them kind of carry him.
The thing is, Halliburton doesn't need to carry Indiana like it feels like OKC needs Shea to carry them the majority of the time.
Yeah, but at the same point, Jackson, when people said he was injured and he might not play, I heard so many Thunder fans saying this series is a wrap.
That's true.
Well, and then in that aspect, they feel like they need him.
I know you guys got a lot here, but the last thing is just the second chance points because I don't think Thunder didn't play bad. I mean, yes, they played bad, but a lot of it was just self-inflicted with turnovers and not being able to capitalize off of misses.
Indiana played good too. Indiana played good.
But you just have to come home Game 7. I think I saw tickets for like $1,000 lowest for Game 7.
Yeah.
It's going to be rocking and
pacing.
What's your confidence level before we going into Game 7?
Out of 10, I'm about a 6 or 7. I'm not as high as a lot of people probably coming back home. I just think
for what?
For this Game 7. Yeah, for this Game 7.
I'm at like a 6 or 7 as well.
And maybe they should win at home, but I'm just not there because they got to figure out some answers. They got to figure out how to stop McConnell. I mean, he almost cooked him in Game 5. He kind of came in. Hey, thanks for the call, Colin. We're going to get to some of these other ones. Appreciate it, man. We got a bunch of callers on the line. Let's move on to Greg. What's up, Greg?
I'm so disappointed in this team tonight. I'm not surprised that the Pacers won this game. I mean, you knew that they were going to come with a high level of intensity. Their season was on the line here. But in the way we lost, I mean, you had a chance here to hoist the trophy And this was the level of intensity that you bring. It was something, I don't know what it was, but they literally just turned the lights off halfway through the first quarter. I mean, they jumped out fairly hot, went up by about roughly 10 points. I don't remember the exact score.
8 points.
But then it just completely fell off. Now, granted, the other team was just hot tonight. But, we're saying that some of us are saying here that the Thunder didn't give up. I absolutely think they did. I mean, about midway through the second quarter, they did not raise their intensity at all to try to get back into this game. Like, it's one thing to lose this game in a hard-fought match where you leave it all on the court, but to literally just say, well, we're going back home to Oklahoma City in the second quarter. At least show me something that you're trying out there. Again, I'm not surprised they lost, but in a game where you have the opportunity to close out the season and hoist the trophy, you're telling me this is the intensity, this is what you bring? I mean, there was multiple plays where we just jack up a three and no one's even trying to rebound. The ball's out of the guy's hands and they're already sprinting back to the other end of the court. And Shea, I mean, of course, Indiana's doing the smart thing. They're double teaming him and triple teaming him, and he's just kind of playing into it. He's not doing anything to play off the ball. He's just basically letting them win this chess match. And seriously, what are we doing? I mean, there's a 6-foot guy out there in McConnell out rebounding 7-footers. I don't mean to just rant. I hate to bring the negativity, but I cannot believe this was the performance we brought in a game where you could have ended the season.
I can't either. I can't believe the performance, Greg. I think it was just it felt like no effort in a lot of situations, which is sad. And maybe the comment that said they played like they knew they had a game 7, and maybe that's true. I don't know. It's a bad performance, and I'm with you, Greg. We have seen the Thunder this year come from down 20-something points and win. It was too early to be folding it in.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, and we say, oh man, our home court advantage is so awesome. It's good, I guess, but I'm not convinced it's better than the Pacers' home court advantage. And our wins in this series are much more hard fought than their wins. I guess outside of game 1, their comeback win against us. I just feel like we have to try so much harder to beat them than they do us. And I mean, I guess I'll pick us for game 7, but I'm about it with you guys. I mean, like a 6.5, maybe. I mean, they're coming in with all the momentum. Yeah.
There's one thing that I want to say.
Hey, thanks for the call, Greg. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That has been the biggest thing in this series is Rick Carlisle. He has absolutely coached his tail off, and that's not shocking.
But on the same point, Jackson, I think he was a big reason why they lost game 5. They had gotten back to within 2, and they pulled McConnell in that game.
Yeah.
And
that is.
And Halliburton came in and turned it over a lot in that quarter. So I agree with you, though. Carlisle's coached good for the most part in this series. I think he's had a good series.
It's been frustrating because OKC, you have a chance to win the championship tonight, and you come out and you deliver that kind of performance on the road. It's not ideal.
We had corrections on here. I don't see them on there anymore.
Did no.
But hey, the other thing is this: couple of things. The Thunder, and then we'll get to Austin. The Thunder has been really good off of losses this year, so hopefully it happens one more time. Needed to happen one more time. Let's get to Austin. Austin, you're on the line. What's up?
Game 7 on Sunday.
That's right. They finally get. Somebody told me they finally get a Sunday game in the finals, and here we go.
Yeah, that's true. Well, a thing that I've noticed throughout the playoffs is that it seems like when we go on the road, our shooting just disappears. We've been mediocre on the road throughout the playoffs. It kind of reminds me of the 2008 Celtics a little bit, where we just could go on the road and we just don't have it a lot of times.
Yeah, and my biggest concern about Sunday night, night is you know how it is when you play a sport, you specifically basketball. You got a team coming into Indiana that I think is going to be playing like really loose because I think they don't feel like the pressure's on them. If the Thunder shoot the ball tight and miss threes early and just start, if they struggle shooting early, I hope that doesn't lead them to have a bad shooting night the rest of the night. I just think you really need to hit some early threes in that game on Sunday. Have to.
Right. Yeah, kind of like game 2 and 5 where we hit a couple early ones.
That's right. It needs to happen.
Thunder 7.5 point favorites.
Yep.
Ooh. And our bench, all 3 games on the road, our bench has not been good.
No. And we've talked about this.
We had a game from Caruso.
Yeah, we talked about it on these lives of how the bench on the road, you're not going to get performances from those guys on the road because it's just usually what happens. But the guy who's kind of went, in my opinion, kind of went a little bit MIA the last few games, I think it's been Caruso. I think he's been great in the postseason, but he's defensively, he's taken some chances, try to get steals and gotten beat. And like tonight, he had 0 points. You got to have him score some points because he was scoring pretty good for the offensively. So,
right, and game 5, I think he only had like 2 or 4. So we definitely need Caruso to show up in game 7.
That's right. You have to.
But I think a turning point in this game was we were down by 9, and Chet missed a dunk when I think when Hartenstein gave him the lob, and Chet missed that dunk, and then the Pacers went and got a 3 on the other end, and then I think they got an and 1, and I think because since we couldn't make any shots, I don't want to say that we quit, but the body language was kind of like, okay, maybe tonight's not our night. We're down by 18. We can't get anything to fall.
Yeah, you're right on that because this was similar. There's been a couple of games in the playoffs, Austin, that this has happened. You go back to the Golden State series that Golden State played in. They did this in one of the games, and people thought, are they just folding it in and saving it for game 7 or whatever? Thunder had this happen twice already in the postseason where they've gotten just drilled, and then they came back the next game and won. So, in fact, the Denver series was that way, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So very similar. So,
and this is kind of like the exact same series with the Nuggets, basically the exact same.
That's right.
But
got to win it on Sunday, Austin.
Yep, we got to. I saw a stat that said we were 18-2 coming off a loss, so hopefully just one more time.
One more, baby. Thanks, Austin, for the call. Appreciate it, man. We got one more caller to close us out tonight. We got Corrections 101. What's going on, man? Just a bad night of basketball.
Jackson, the one time I call in, Action Jackson.
What's Action up? Action Jackson. That's what my grandmother used to call me. Action Jackson.
He's my boy. Oh, man, that was pathetic by Oklahoma City. And, man, I just, you're playing for a world title. It's like, how do you not, come out and play harder? I just don't get it. I would not want to put all my chips in on a game 7 at this point. It's like, man, win it in game 6 just so you have that insurance. But to come out and play like that, it's just pathetic,
Right.
That's right.
I mean, there's no excuse for it. Corrections. You're right. It's pathetic.
And a big.
Outside of Shea and J-Dub to start the game, I said this at the beginning of the live, nobody else came to play.
Right. Yeah. And I don't have much more to say about that, but I just want to tell everybody, hey, man, everybody join. It's only a couple bucks a month, to join the channel. We have a lot of fun in Discord. As a matter of fact, I got to address something in Discord. We have a situation with Eric where he's bullying Action Jackson. So I could use a little bit more wingman in there. I sense a little bit of jealousy from Eric, wishing he was 19 years old again in Norman doing keg stands and chasing girls all around the campus. I mean, sign me up for that, but I got you, Jackson. I'm gonna try to do better as your wingman in there. Okay.
Let Eric be Eric, man. Eric, that's what Eric wants to do. Corrections. That's what
you know what? I was watching some of the things. I had a prior engagement tonight, so
Jackson,
I couldn't even keep. I didn't even get on Discord, so I don't know what's going on. So
Jackson
hey, appreciate it. Correct.
Jackson's my boy. You guys have a good night.
Jackson is corrections boy. There it is, right there by corrections. Hey, have a good one, man. Action Jackson, new nickname, I guess, for Jackson.
Yes, so.
I mean, there you go. Good way to end it tonight. Hey, the Thunder, though, what corrections brought up earlier on about the Thunder and stuff, and I'll say this, and I heard, I know, Jackson, you said pathetic, awful, and I said that too, but I got to give kudos to Indiana. I mean, Indiana is not no joke, and the place, somebody put it in there, their arena is not a joke either. Their fan base isn't a joke. It was a tough place to play tonight. They came ready to play, and the Thunder, just a matter of fact, didn't. And here's what has to happen on Game 7. You got to play a lot better, and you got to get a lead early. If this thing's in the fourth quarter, you talk about tight. I mean, be as tight as you could have it in the fourth quarter if it's a real close game. And I think that crowd would be tight. I think the Thunder would be very tight. Got to have I think, close to 8 to 10 point lead with Indiana, because Indiana can come back in a heartbeat.
And I know this Indiana team, as you said, they can come back in a heartbeat, but you need to get up on them early. You need to get the crowd into it early. You need to feel confident, because you don't want to get down, because the way this Indiana team's play, they're not going to slow down the pace. They're going to keep on coming right at you, and that's what they do best. And, I mean, I think everyone said it, Paycom's going to be rocking on Sunday. I think I said at the beginning of live, it's going to be maybe the best sports environment ever in the state of Oklahoma for a single game. I mean, so it's going to be crazy. But first Game 7 since 2016. We all know what happened in 2016. I mean, it's not ideal, but I think this team, they've responded so well all year long. They have known what's at stake in Game 7s. That's when they've shown at best. And so I think it's going to be a great game. But you said it, Indiana, the team that they have been, I said this on, was it maybe the Game 6 live or whenever it was, that I'm shocked with how good this Indiana team has played against Oklahoma City. It's not that I didn't think they were a good team. I just thought that Oklahoma City would come into the series and win in 5 or 6. But Indiana, as you said, Jay, no, it's true. There's no pressure on them. It's all in Oklahoma City. And if you're the Thunder, you got a chance to make history for the state of Oklahoma. So why not have the opportunity to do that and go take care of it?
That's right. And Sooner-Thron, you're 100% correct. They're a great road team. OKC's got to play better. And I'm going to end it with this comment, because I think this is a great comment to close it on, Austin. Sunday night will either be the greatest day or worst day in Oklahoma City Thunder history. And you know what? It's either going to be so elated, and it will be absolutely a scene on Sunday night if the Thunder win downtown Oklahoma City. But if they lose, wow. Yeah. So, hey, tune in Sunday night, big game, big game. Hope to join us Sunday after for a little post-game Thunder action. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Appreciate it, as always. Everybody, have a great Friday. We will see you soon.